Yo,
Yo,
am I muted?
I hear you.
I don't hear me. Why do I not hear me?
I hear you and not me.
What?
I hear sounds outside.
I do not hear anything. I didn't do a test. I hear that. What?
Check, check.
Maybe I got to turn this image off. Hello. Usually I hear me.
Hello, here, I'll go on mute.
Are we on? No, I'm not on, dude. Hello. Why am I not? Audio malfunction.
I feel like I hear you and not me.
I don't hear you. Are you muted?
No, I don't know.
Look at your settings. Go to your settings, maybe. Boy, this okay. Audio is on here. I should hear myself though. There we go.
Boom. That's because my mic wasn't turned on.
That's why. Hey,
But you sound good.
I just got a haircut, Joe.
Looks good.
Hey, look at this. Ready for spring, I guess.
Are you?
We're back.
We are so back.
We're doing
I
it.
survived.
No one's watching it. You survived. What did you survive?
I don't know. I survived everything apparently.
Episode 64, Joe.
64.
Well, it's been a minute since we've done a show, right?
Yeah.
We have hung out a few times.
Yes.
Just not done a show.
Correct.
Life. I was out of town. You were out of town. You went out of town too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So it's a little harder, but we're back. We're back, guys.
I gotta pretend to look. I gotta look this way.
You want to be on the other side?
I don't know if it really
on that side?
matters.
Be on this side.
That makes sense, right?
There we go. That's better. Hey, here we are. We're at Joe's place
Yes.
because I did move, guys.
Jason moved.
So that also is a little. It's not bad. It's not bad to make the drive over here. And I think we should do it at our place next time.
Yeah.
I'm still settling in, Joe. You know,
It's a long process.
I think we've only had one or two people over so far. Like for a visit, or like her friend was here, but
Oh yeah.
you know,
It's always fun to have people stay with you right if you move.
yeah.
It's not fun, but not fun for me.
But we do have some updates, right? What's been happening?
Yeah, what has been happening
Well,
other than
life,
survival?
survival. Yeah, survival's the big key word now, right?
But yeah, what did we do? We went to a couple, well, one special thing, mostly just one special thing.
Yeah, so we did, we can talk about Alien Con. We went to Alien Con, Joe.
Alien Con.
Here's us.
Oh my God. Look at that.
We went to Alien Con. That was in March. Was that March?
Yes, early March.
I have a few images here. Oh yeah, they loaded. Kind of. We survived. We survived the madness, Joe.
Yeah, look at that. A lot of alien enthusiasts.
Tinfoil hats.
A lot of.
What's your overall on the Alien Con? I know that I was really bummed to hear that my Bigfoot theory was debunked.
You were. That was.
I was like, oh, Bigfoot's an alien.
Yeah, when we left that thing, you were
We went
specifically
to the
bummed.
whatever panel it was.
It was
like,
cryptozoology.
yeah, and the numbers were like way down, right, on the actual reported Bigfoot.
Yeah,
being a UFO.
and the guy basically, his point was like, look, cryptozoology is not just these famous things. He's like, it can mean anything undiscovered yet. He was being very tactful about it. But
Right. But it was a fun day, right?
oh
was
yeah,
an event
I love cryptid stuff. I was actually more bummed that he didn't say like, "Oh, and this thing is real, and this thing is real."
He kind of debunked Loch Ness, right?
His thing on Loch Ness was interesting. It was like that there's many of them.
Yeah.
And he actually said that it was very likely that something like that could live,
Yeah.
So, hey, look, one victory, right?
Well, you got us in for free. Thank you, Joe, for your work. So that was a nice little
It was really a bit just one big advertisement for Ancient Aliens. That's I now realize why my company had tickets.
Yeah. But it was cool. It was cool. It was in Pasadena. I don't know if that's a new thing or if they've been doing it.
I think it's pretty new.
But
I think it'll be back.
I mean, definitely. I wish like the showroom was bigger. I feel like they could have sold more stuff there, right?
I think so. And you know what was a big disappointment? Was aliens in Hollywood. I thought it was going to be like stars that encountered aliens. No, it was just a guy talking about like the hero's journey and like stuff, Star Wars
stuff like, you learn in film school.
Yeah,
right.
But if you were the cute girl sitting in front of me and you happen to see this,
Oh, where's that other guy? The guy that was in front. Oh, I didn't load that photo. Did I send it to you?
Wait, shit, that was funny.
With the hat.
Yeah, here. I put all 4 of them on here, but I didn't label it. Let me find it.
No, there's 3 on there. No, there's another one. I gotta send you this one.
This guy was a treasure.
Basically, this is what we saw, right? Going around.
Got alien backpack guy. That was pretty funny. We'll be showing some of these.
No, yeah. We'll show them right now. I mean, literally, it's people walking with aliens, When was that? March?
Yep. Man. Look at that guy. Look at these. Well, you already showed these guys, right?
Yeah.
But these are my favorite.
And some guy in a mask.
It's like Beavis and Butthead alien to me.
Tinfoil hats. There were definitely some tinfoil hats. I didn't send you any of the wide shots of the crowd. We had to wait in line. It was a convention, right?
Yeah, there were lines, guys. It wasn't like a loser convention. It was cool. No. There were lines.
It was a. Let me send this to you. Can I send this to you?
Yeah.
Put it on.
Because this is my favorite picture. This was the moment I knew we were in the right place.
You're like, we sat down. You're like, okay, here it is.
The moment.
You're like, okay, I think we're in the right place, Joe. We're in the right. This is the right hall. We wait in line.
It's just like everything made sense at this point.
We sit down.
We sit down. And here's what we sit behind.
We're like, you got it?
It's loading. There we go. Sit behind this.
Yeah. A domed hat.
Soak that in. And he wore it for a long time. And then it's funny the moment people decide to take that off, they're like, okay, the bit's over. You know what I mean?
It's getting hot in here, probably.
Yeah, exactly. He's like breathing on himself. That was funny though.
No, I mean it was interesting to go to. I'm glad we had a day.
I'm not going to say I have nothing in common with these people. It's just that they're way more.
I like sci-fi, but then they had people with booths with like rocks and the stones and all that.
Yeah, it appealed to.
That doesn't appeal to me at all.
There was a specific crowd when it comes to that, and like all this esoteric stuff that's just like beyond me a little bit.
But we did go to the main hall. Was that was the big conference hall?
Yes,
right? With like it was really.
And there's a little Skinwalker thing, right?
Promotion for Skinwalker or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you believe in aliens, Joe?
I guess in some capacity. Yeah, not the way that people like to think of it.
I know. There's what am I looking for here? There's so many planets, right? There's got to be something. That's what my mind says.
There's definitely life,
Right. But like if you search for that, you're crazy. Right? Like as a scientist, you'd be crazy.
Well, yeah. See, that's the problem with some of this. That's why I liked that guy we saw, because
Right.
he's like everyone likes to pretend that this shit is crazy until you find a new species. Then it's not that crazy,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I thought that was like a good perspective.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of like an update. What we would have done a show. We hung out.
Yeah.
Like that was a weekend. We would have hung out.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a convention.
Now we're on a Friday. We're doing a Friday show at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. What's happening?
Daytime.
Who's watching? Hi.
Yeah. What's even our crowd?
What's even the crowd? We didn't announce that we're doing it. We're just doing it. We're doing it.
That's how the show is now. It's like be there or be square, you know?
Yeah. Guys, follow our links page, subscribe, donate to us on Streamlabs if you want to.
Yep. Donate.
It's not our source of income.
That it is not.
I wish it was, but
that it is not. We should just start an LLC so that at least when we take a loss on this, it'll help us on
just
our
be the
taxes.
loss. Yeah. Did you do your taxes? Did you do taxes?
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. We owe money. Put it that way.
Oh no. Damn it.
Not even having an accountant father could help me.
But you've been going to accounting like classes, right?
Yeah.
Learning that.
Been
As a
learning it.
Side hustle.
Like a side, preparing for a transition.
Preparing
possibly.
What's interesting.
We'll see. Very opposite lifestyle.
Yeah. But mostly we're in production. So like I also went out of town. I went to Mexico again. So
that's right.
It's like my show changed format completely from what I did last year. So there's a learning curve there, but like we're like it's not a full show yet, but I see the potential, you know. So kind of like a pilot. It was like a pilot, but we covered the same kind of thing.
But it's like your third time back?
It was my 5th time going.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So I went 4 times last year.
So you're getting kind of like a Baja
That's like my lifestyle now.
Yeah.
I can go down to Mexico for work. It's crazy.
That's cool. I got to go with you one time and buy some drugs.
They have this one store where it's like, I'll take a picture next time in Ensenada. It's like the Viagra Man.
Oh shit.
It's like a cartoon character.
Damn, I might not be far off. I might need to get there. Just kidding.
Just kidding, guys. Anyway, we're having a beer. Look at this.
Having a beer.
It's a 60-minute IPA, hopefully during a 60-minute show.
Yes. If this show goes any longer, then I have to pour this on my head.
Our last reel had 1,300 views.
1,300?
Yeah, guys, our Instagram.
Did that grow from when you told me?
1,300 views. Like it had the most likes on our Instagram. I was like, what?
That's
I know it was a funny story.
Guys, we should have more than.
Thank you guys for.
Yeah. Thank you, but also translate to viewers. Come on, where are you?
Do we need a TikTok? I was like, the last time we hung out, I was like, do we need to do TikTok now? Because that's like a TikTok. We're trying reels, like one reel an episode. Really, do we cut out more? I don't know. It's like that.
I will say
that it's funny and shareable.
Exactly, but you really.
The story
you made a hilarious.
The story was funny. I think us going down the wormhole of the extra dog.
But you cut it really well too. Like it deserved to get likes. Yeah. You know,
I literally posted it before I went to Mexico because that was like mid job. I was like, I'm gonna post this before I leave.
Oh right.
And then I got back and it was like 1,000 views, and I was like, what the fuck?
I just don't. Who's 1,000 views? Okay.
Yeah, but now it's at 1,300.
But how many likes?
Like 90.
It just seems like we should be like gaining a percentage of that. But then
we haven't done the show, so we have nothing new. Exactly. I could have done another video, but I felt like that was the funniest moment from our last episode.
And they can't be here when we decide to go live.
Yeah. Right.
But hopefully they followed or something.
Yeah, I hope there's something, maybe since they liked it, they'll see the next reel we post.
That's what hopefully.
You know what I mean? That whole social media thing's so weird now, man. Like,
it's time for the algorithm to work for us.
think I know we've been against it forever. I think we need to go to TikTok, Joe.
Oh no, we do. Hands down, we do.
I think we gotta go to TikTok. We
Twitch obviously isn't doing
lost followers. Twitch, I don't know. We don't game. So
right.
I think Twitch is a big.
And I don't show my titties, so no one cares about Twitch.
We had some rips, Joe. We've had a lot of rips in a month.
Are you guys ready for?
Ready for some
shitload?
Yeah, we gotta play it, dude.
YouTube.
What? Yeah, but all right. Guess what? Not flagged. We do it that way. We don't get flagged, Joe.
That's genius, honestly.
Who'd we miss, dude?
Who'd we miss?
Lance Reddick passed away at 60. I have his image here first.
Okay.
Famous for John Wick. I know you probably remember him from The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
He was 60 years old.
That's young, man. That's so weird.
Yeah, that didn't. That was kind of a shock. That was a shock one.
Yeah, because he's like skinny too, right? So it's,
yeah, and I haven't seen the new John Wick 4. It's on my list to see.
Me too. I can't wait.
I brought it up to Yasmin the other day. She was like, I don't care about John. I was like, it's John Wick though.
Yeah.
And then we were at someone's house and he's like, yeah, John Wick's amazing.
That's kind of the test to make sure that you're still like that you're not dreaming, that you're in reality, is to be like, if a woman says she doesn't care about John Wick, it's like, okay, I'm in reality. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in reality. Bobby Caldwell also passed away, 71. He was a singer. Yes. I don't know if I've.
He's the guy we were just looking at. Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby Caldwell. That 70s. Dun, 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 dun.
Bobby. Hey, look at this.
What's the name of that song?
What You Won't Do for Love.
What You Won't Do for Love. Yeah, that's a good picture. Put that up.
For me is nothing. I'll do anything for love, Man, I gotta remember the controls on here and stuff. It's
oh yeah, see, when you don't do the show, I was looking for my power cable forever. It was like
driving a car,
It does like driving a car. There's Bobby Caldwell. 71, passed away.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Raleigh Crump.
Raleigh Crump.
I have an image of Raleigh Crump here. He was a designer for Disneyland. I don't know if you know. He was from the 50s. Raleigh Crump.
Oh, so the time period I would really like
that aesthetic, the aesthetic, crazy design, Tomorrowland, futuristic art like that.
I love that shit, man.
That shit was great.
Which really, what about that show that's out on Apple TV?
Yeah, totally totally that style. Hello
awesome.
Tomorrow. Totally futuristic Tomorrow. Hello Tomorrow. Yeah. Raleigh Crump was 93. A big, just that Walt Disney side of creativity.
The ideal. Yeah, the perfect phase.
Jerry Samuels, also known as Napoleon the 14th.
Look at this. Do you have a picture? Because I got a good one.
I don't have a picture of him, but he did have a famous song. They're coming to take me away.
Yes.
Ha 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 hee hee.
Yes. Now, when I was younger, I loved Weird Al, Dr. Demento, and they all had that song was on the same compilations.
Yeah.
So this I thought was cool.
Oh, nice. That's Weird Al and him. That's cool. Oh man, can you look up the album cover?
Yeah,
that song was on. It's hilarious. He was 84. Napoleon the 14th.
Royalty. Oh, this one.
Royalty. Yeah,
This is
that
funny.
one. Yeah. Like it's a great like 70s pop art kind of like.
I love this type of shit, man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
cool. Like that's awesome, man.
yeah. Look
Like,
at that.
look at that
It's
weird.
Frank Zappa-esque. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like Zappa. It's got like the typography there is hilarious,
Yeah.
right? Like that's just normal.
That is funny. Kind of cool too, like the invisible dog or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. He was 84 years old. Robert Blake passed away, 89.
Another.
Pretty famous name in Hollywood, right?
Is he a
He's
controversial guy?
Yeah, he killed his wife, I believe, in the Valley, right? Like he went to dinner.
This is not an appropriate image for him, but
yeah.
dude, fucking priest thing.
Well, yeah, that's probably for a role, I'm sure, but yeah. Robert Blake.
I thought that was ironic.
Yeah, I mean, I think he went to trial. He went to trial and everything too for it, right? But wasn't in prison. But
and that was crazy. All that stuff.
That one, the white hair one. Do that one.
This,
that's a more. But he was 89, so long life, dude. Actor, Hollywood. You know, you can.
Long life of terror, a long reign of terror. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. So he passed away, 89. The other one, also an actor, Tom Sizemore, 61.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have an image you have to get. I mean, I think we were talking before the show, like Tom Sizemore, like Heat, right? Definitely Heat.
There is this is a
when
tough
some of these
guy,
people
man.
die, your brain goes in this wormhole of like you watch a scene on YouTube or like end up watching a whole movie like Saving Private Ryan or like but I think he was in and out of rehab.
And oddly, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but
yeah,
I try to pick like there's some weird looking pictures of this guy, but
Tom Sizemore, 61. Riku Browning. He was 93. I do have this image. He's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
Look at this awesome picture of him. I mean, this is from the 50s or whatever, but
I'll never forget seeing that when I was like, I turned it on in my parents' room and I was like, what the fuck? I love how they'd get like monsters carrying these hot girls, and it's like
that's like a classic Hollywood monster, right? Like a universal monster. It's one of the universal like classic monsters, dude. He was 93, passed away.
I love those old monsters, man. That's
cool. I like classic stars like that too, man. That's like he was the guy in the fucking monster suit, man.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. And he looked like an alien.
You sweat your ass off in those.
Sweat your ass off. I mean, he was swimming, but in that movie, he's like swimming. It's a cool movie. It's still cool to this day, man. Len Goodman was 78. He was a judge from Dancing with the Stars.
That's right.
I think he was a dancer, right? He was a dancer for before that. I mean, he was a judge, so
sure looks like it. Sure looks like he was a dancer.
And my hair in this headset, it's not sitting right.
That's funny.
Barry Humphries, 89. Famously, Dame Edna.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was Australian actor, comedian.
Okay.
He used to do a show where he would like sit down.
That's the picture that we should be showing, but
you should put the Dame Dame Edna picture. I think I have one.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll show this first. But,
This is Barry Humphries.
Barry
Yeah,
Humphries.
he was. I think I actually screen grabbed it. Let me send you this one too, because I remember There's a lot of sit down interviews with him, and it'd be like celebrities, and they just make him laugh.
Oh God.
Yeah, because he's like in drag in his whole character, like Dame Edna, purple hair, like an old purple hair.
Interesting.
Very interesting. 89, passed away at 89. So was also Bruce in Finding Nemo. Did you know that? He was the voice of Bruce.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo. For all you fans out
there. For all you Nemo heads.
What's a Nemo head? Do we just create a new term?
Yeah.
You're Nemo heads.
Freaking Nemo heads. Man,
I
hate websites. Go away.
Sorry. This guy, Al, I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah, another classic for me right here.
Al Jaffe, 102.
Yes.
Here's a picture of him I have. He was the creator of Mad Magazine, Inner Fold.
I love Mad Magazine, man.
So like, if you remember, I think he did it from like 55 to like 2018 or something. He was always part of Mad Magazine, like for, I don't know,
what a legend.
What a legend. Here's I can put it on the screen. I have a few of them. He created the fold-in.
Fucking love these. I really did. These were
like hilarious. Like from an art standpoint.
I remember this one. These made me want to be like a cartoonist.
Like hilarious, right?
But I sucked at drawing.
I read a story that he did it as a one-off, and then it was such a hit. They were like, "Where's the next one?" And he was like, "Okay." And then it just took off from there. From
that is
50, like whatever, 56 or whatever. Like that's amazing. A cool artist. Like it's cool art to like do that.
This is one of those times I'm like so happy, not happy that he died, but happy seeing this.
Like it's like work. Classic horror film museum. No, it's just a toilet.
Yeah, that is so.
And I remember doing that as a kid. Like that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Like if you got a Mad magazine, that was the first thing you did.
Exactly.
Go to the back, flip them, and then all inside is amazing stuff too. But like, I'm sure that Beavis and Butthead one was crazy, right?
Yes.
Right.
God, that was so, man. It's almost like I had never thought about those till basically I saw he died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I haven't either. Like that's something in your brain that was definitely there. Like sucks to hear, but he lived to 102. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that he worked that long. That's awesome. Those are not easy. Those look hard.
No. And then to make it work too. Paul Cattermole also passed away. I believe this was he was a singer. Paul Cattermole, 46. He was famous for the European group S Club 7.
Oh yes.
Which I never got into S Club 7, but it was like a boy band, girl band, like it was more girl than boy, but it was like.
That's right. I gotta pull a picture of them. I can't say I'm familiar, you know.
Yeah. But definitely in the 90s, 2000 era. If that makes sense. So he was 46. Michael Lerner, 81 was a classic from Newsies, Joe. You're a fan of Newsies?
Big fan. Big Newsies head.
Big Newsies head. He was an elf. He was also an elf. He played the boss, I think. The boss of Santa, or I can't remember.
Yeah.
Character actor, 81. I think he did a lot of TV too. Norman Reynolds was 89. Norman Reynolds was a production designer, famous for like Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Here's a cool picture of him with the Star Wars skiff. I thought that was pretty cool. Man of note, I think, definitely in our wheelhouse of classic stuff we liked,
Oh yeah,
you know. Klaus Tuber,
yeah.
70, created
Settlers.
the Settlers of Catan. Do you
It's not a
know?
big picture.
Do you know this game?
I do.
Do you like Catan?
I played it once or twice. It's one of those ones you like wish you could play more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
Like you have to be into it, right?
yeah. He was 70. He kind of reinvented the board game though in
Exactly.
a new generation, right?
Yeah.
Like he definitely was I think if you're 70, you lived a good life, right? 70 is good.
Especially if you've like
I think
brought that back.
to get people to play board games again, yeah, definitely.
Because after I played this, then people like gifted me like new board, and then people can do Kickstarters and make board games. Like it reinvigorates.
That whole industry for sure.
Yeah.
Because of him, yes.
Exactly.
Because of him, yes. And then this one, Brian Briz Gillis,
Man,
48. You remember LFO?
Do I remember? Yeah.
You remember LFO, Joe?
Oh
It
man.
was 3 guys, right? 3 guys?
Was it?
I think it was 3 guys. LFO.
That's so
Do you have a picture of him? I don't have a
yeah.
picture of him.
When we still play that song, my friends like during the summer and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
That's just like that's the era I remember. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Very of the era,
Briz Gillis.
Yeah.
Briz. 48. Not sure why, but 48's really young, man. I don't like these artists.
That sucks.
Harry Belafonte was 96.
Harry Belafonte, man, that's
a long career. I think he Tony winner, right? He had a Grammy winner.
Was he Italian? Because
yeah, I think
always blew my mind. He looks black.
Belafonte. I think he's black. I think he's black, man.
I think you're right.
Passed away at 96, so that's a long year, a long life, man.
Yeah, it's almost. He's one of those guys. I thought he was dead, but
yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And the last one, I think it was yesterday. Jerry Springer.
Oh my God.
79. Changed television.
What the heck? Yeah. I've never seen more unbalanced views of someone dying. Some people are like, good riddance, trash TV.
I didn't see any of that. Of course it was trash.
And then other people are like, he fucking he invented this entire
reinvented, I think,
which translates to the internet. Streaming shit would not be happening the way it is now without
Jerry
Springer.
I mean?
Yeah, like internet blood sports, people arguing, debates,
Sure.
What I mean?
Yeah, I see that. I could see that. I mean, he was supposed to be the next Donahue, which was like Oprah and Donahue. He was going to have the talk show. Different format that doesn't really happen anymore.
Right.
Like, who has that format anymore? Not too many people.
That's true. The part I love is that like didn't his then his bodyguard or whatever.
Oh, I saw he said something yesterday.
But he got a show right after
the Steve Wilkes show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Wilkes. But yeah, Jerry Springer, 79. He brought the world to our world. Right?
He brought something to our I saw some clips yesterday that I was like, well, I forgot about like how crazy this was,
Yeah, I mean, like fights on TV. You watched it for fights, right?
And then it's like, well, I don't want to tell you I slept with your mama, and then like she comes out, and, like,
but your mama's here.
Yeah. And then I love how people are chanting his name when other people are fighting. I don't know, man. The whole thing is hilarious.
So funny, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
rest in peace. I don't know what I did to the screen.
What happened?
I don't know. I think I moved it and I can't see correctly, and then I made yours bigger, and then
it's normal on mine.
All right, so that's normal. I think that's it, right? That was 17 deaths this month, guys.
Good grief.
Say it again. For what?
We're
for,
40 minutes in.
for 40 minutes in.
That's a lot of deaths.
17 deaths, guys. Woo!
Wowie zowie.
Plus, I also had a personal friend that passed away this month. It was a producer, which I worked with. I told you about last month. It sucks to hear that. It was in March, and it's like, fuck. So there definitely was a layer of that. Like, oh,
yeah,
shit like that happens, and then you're like, fuck, I lost touch. It's not cool.
That's the crazy part, man.
You know,
losing touch. That's like you can't. The older you get, the more it's like I cannot. You can't stay in touch with all these people all the time.
It's really
but
hard.
Like you wish you could. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But rest in peace to Tom too, man. He was a good dude. Taught me a lot about the industry, and it was nice to see people too, man, that I hadn't seen in a long time. Like
he was like in your formative times.
Yeah, when I moved back to LA and started production, but we can get to the meat of the show now, Joe.
Let's swing our meat.
We don't have a lot.
We
have 40 minutes already of death.
Don't say we don't have a lot of meat. I mean, come on.
We talked about Alien Con a little bit too, so that's not all death. That's true. It's like a little.
That's true.
Ways. We did update on the Alien Con,
but yeah, we got some shit here, man.
We got some more shit. Maybe we'll be ready for those aliens, Joe.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready for the aliens? I think
I need new shoes. I need new clothes. Need a haircut.
Update. Joe needs new shoes, new clothes.
You got a haircut. I
got a haircut today. Today, I got a haircut. No, other than the life updates, we kind of did that at the beginning, right? It's like we're hanging, man.
What else? I've been watching some stuff, but we'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, we'll get that towards the end. Do you want to talk about one more rip? BuzzFeed News rip.
Oh, rip. That's sorry, one more to the pile.
One more to the pile.
Just one more body. No, just kidding.
BuzzFeed News. I don't care about BuzzFeed, but they lost. They lost. I read the article. It was like investors were backing out, right?
Yeah. What happened here? Like, I was kind of taken by surprise a little bit.
Well, it was a separate entity from BuzzFeed, right?
Right.
So, like, the news division is no more.
But that's what built them.
That's the only thing that built them.
And
like, I don't know if that's clickbait shit or was it real news, wholehearted, like news stories?
Well, it started off clickbait because I remember I'd go to it and they'd have like news stories that were just a sentence, then a meme, a sentence, then a meme, right?
So more meme eccentric, right?
Yes, but then they started breaking some interesting stuff, like about how I think it was they did the story that only probably maybe a year ago about the CIA and FBI and how many of those members of those agencies go to other countries and like engage in pedophilic activity and like
holy shit,
like buy child prostitutes and stuff. That's like,
I didn't know that.
That's really good news. That's good investigative journalism.
Like journalism, that's investigative. Really?
So that's what's weird. They started off as kind of a joke, but they broke some pretty good stories.
Wow.
And it was Jonah Peretti,
I guess for me, it was something I didn't see the value in, I guess. That's
because they didn't start that way. They didn't start off on a foot that made that obvious,
that sense.
It was only recently that they started breaking stuff. That's why it's so weird. It's like they must have declined pretty fast,
Yeah, and then I think just the investors backed out, right?
Yeah, but like why? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pulitzer Prize winning digital news. So they had their moment,
They had their moment, and I'm sure those people will go elsewhere.
Exactly.
There's other news organizations, but
I think some people went from Gawker to them, and then like
Vice,
probably
some Vice people,
yes,
like that,
and Axios, and so they were like politically. It's weird that after the Trump era, they couldn't hang on to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of these people like I feel like built up during that era,
Interesting.
But trying to see if there's anything interesting in here.
Zoom into that. I can't read it. It's too tiny. I need my glasses. I don't wear glasses, guys.
Peretti said in his memo to staffers that the economic environment had played a role in the moves announced. So it's kind of like what we were talking about with networks too, with TV networks.
Yeah.
It's like this thing people are seeing on the horizon,
Well, and a lot of that has been changing because of streaming too, which we've talked about on the show, right? Like,
yeah.
How much do you invest in streaming? Everyone wants a streaming channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like cutting that pie,
Jonah Peretti said this is what is interesting. He said he overinvested in BuzzFeed because he believed in it. But what's crazy to me is like that. I remember that. I remember at a time being like, these companies are so overvalued. Like,
right.
How are they? You know what I mean? It was like Snapchat. Remember, it's like Snapchat, boom, and then we talked about how
it's dying. Yeah,
and they tried all this shit to like, we have a drone, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people like so highly overinvested in this stuff, Yeah. And in this case, it kind of paid off. They did good shit, but I guess
no more.
I guess the fact of the matter is like the market is oversaturated with.
I think that's what it comes down to. Like, there's so many news outlets you can get, right?
Exactly. And so much of this stuff now can just be done independently. Like
we're doing. Exactly. We're talking about this. Like, how easily, if you're not paying attention to anything else and you hear this for 2 minutes, you're like, oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. You don't need it. Exactly.
Like, we're doing this very cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you need a giant corporation to do that. But I think BuzzFeed is going to still be a thing, just not the news division. That's where it's starting to break down.
I wonder why they didn't ever move into like what Vice did on HBO. Like
maybe they just didn't get. I feel like there was a TV format in some capacity, but probably just didn't take on.
Right.
Maybe just the inner feelings, like it doesn't have weight.
Yeah. Maybe it's like, what are they going to do that'll set I don't know, but it just seems like there was a period, especially coming off of COVID, where like everyone would have started their own, like, Hulu will take on a daily 30-minute BuzzFeed segment.
Right.
And people can watch it on Hulu. Like,
yeah.
Just surprised that more people didn't.
Or Roku or something like that, right? It's crazy. It's not like an app.
Exactly. One more app to the pile.
One more app to the pile, guys. Got to delete those apps. It's one way of just deleting the app.
Yes.
I don't need it anymore.
That's true.
There's so many apps on my phone I don't even use. I just did an update on the computer, and then like it was like, do you want it? I logged into logging in on your Apple ID on a different computer is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's hell. It'd actually rather be in hell.
It's like I don't want to keep having to enter codes, and then I tried to stream something from my laptop, and I'm like, I can't fucking log in on my Apple TV now because I logged in on that other computer. And it's like, God damn it! And then my phone, it's like it says I'm in Washington. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yes, it's me. Well, how do they make it so fucking complicated?
I can't tell you how pissed off. Like my blood pressure is spiking talking
just
about
from hearing that, because right?
Yes.
Why is that so hard?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Or anytime you get logged out, God forbid, on your TV, it's like between the computer and the TV, and then you're resetting a password and you're getting a code sent.
Right.
Oh,
so bad. Yeah. Yasmin says BuzzFeed also had the Tasty brand recipe video.
That's right. That was
they had like a whole Tasty thing too. They probably will still do that.
That's true, because they will. They'll still make content, but
I think the news is just is out. It's crazy to think about logging out and then trying to place. It's a nightmare. I don't know what that is. They need to fix that. Can you guys fix that there?
Yeah, it's like if you guys are going to spy on us and take all our data and sell it and basically do everything against our interests, just make it streamlined.
Even to log into this, we needed to enter a code because we don't do it every day. So they think like someone's
Yeah.
logging into like this streaming. I'm like, no one's logging into our StreamYard.
Exactly.
The
The poor hacker who found his way into our StreamYard.
But I have been. You want to talk AI? Let's talk AI before we talk about. Well, let's talk about this Starship because that's
okay. Yeah.
That was our banner, right? It's on our banner. Elon's. It's kind of an update.
We're going to touch on it.
Goes with the aliens. Maybe we'll get the aliens. Joe, he launched the biggest rocket ever created.
Yeah.
The Starship rocket.
That's true.
He really wants to go to Mars. He wants to colonize Mars in his lifetime.
I tell you, the more I look at this, the more I don't believe we went to the moon. The more I'm like, what's the issue here? You know what I mean? It's like, how was this done before? Not this, but you know what I mean?
Don't know, man. I really have moon doubts, man. I was hanging out with Yasmin's friend like last month before Chris's, so like probably a month ago now. And we did get for a moment into a little bit of like moon conversation to that Dark Lost episode. And I was like,
yes,
you are on the same page as me. I don't know. I wish I was alive in 1968.
Me too. Because I
really want a context. I'm missing it by like how many years? Like 10 years. Like I want that frame of mind.
Right.
How I am now. Was that really faked or not?
I think here's what I think without making a statement on the moon or not, but I think boomers like to pretend that, oh, everything's so crazy now, but everything was just straightforward when we were growing up. No, it wasn't.
No.
You were lied to about Kennedy. You were lied to about a lot of stuff.
Right.
You could have been lied to about the moon. Just saying, you know.
Yeah.
Like, stop pretending that shit is only crazy now.
You got to look up that image. There's this rocket going off and like a kid standing there. I don't know if you could find it. I wish I grabbed it. I don't know where it was, but it's on this launch, but I don't think it's this.
There's a GIF here.
That's what it blew up. So it was early, the first test, right? First test of the rocket. They knew it was going to explode. It was unmanned.
Right.
It did blow up, but
look at
that. Look at that GIF.
What's the
There's
image?
Like a shot of it going up, and it's just like this cloud, and this kid like standing above it or underneath of it. And I was like, that's really crazy. I should have grabbed it. I don't know if I can find it, man.
That's dramatic. I want a dramatic shot.
It was like a dramatic launch shot. I should have grabbed it. That's my bad. I did not do my homework, guys.
I didn't either. All I knew was I had a couple shows to complain about. The rest was just meme magic, you know?
No, but we've, let me see if I can find it real quick. Sorry for the, nope.
Well, I'm seeing like kids with their phones looking at it, but
it's successful.
Oh, is this it? Wait.
No, that's not it.
No?
I can't find it, man. Maybe we'll make a meme out of it or something.
This guy does look excited, though.
No, I can't find it. I don't know what news said. No, he's definitely excited, but these are all people that want to go.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
I mean, it's just a lot. It's really, this happening now is like real time of that Apple show, Hello Tomorrow. Like all these rocket launches that people are the show. I don't know if you've seen it. We talked about it.
Yeah, I did start watching it after you. Yeah.
It's like he's selling people moon.
Yeah.
And they never go. It's like that's the thing. Like he's a salesman trying to sell real estate, and there's no rocket launch.
Yeah, very much a boomer idea. Like rip everybody off just to save your own ass.
And I'm scared that this is where it'll go, Elon. Great, yeah, we see your rocket launch, but I'm nowhere near in line to go.
I'm afraid that's the dog. I'm afraid it's going to be more elitist bullshit because it's like we have real problems. No one is sitting around their house thinking like, if I could just go to Mars, everything, my kid wouldn't have cancer. You know what I mean?
My
like,
life
no one
would
fucking cares about Mars.
My life would change. My life would change.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have the same problems up there.
It like actually pisses me off to think about because I'm like, no one gives a shit. I'm sorry.
I think he's just so driven to do that in his lifetime. That's like his main goal right now.
But is it just him?
No, it's other people. It's Bezos. It's.
But I mean, like, are there like people in our demographic in our crowd? Do you hear anyone saying like, "Can't we be talking about the moon?" Like,
no.
I mean Mars or whatever.
No. And I know, like, if you look back, like on our very first episode, one of our very first, I think the first one, we're like, we're going to Mars, Joe.
Yeah.
It was like the Mars rover or whatever.
Right. Like, I've always thought it was a joke because I'm always just like, that's so disconnected. Like, I understand that progress and colonizing new places and exploring and all that is like a thing that we're driven as a species. But I don't know, man. It's just like, who cares? I don't know. I just am so hostile to it.
I think it's all the people that were at AlienCon. All those people care. So when that gets bigger, when that gets bigger,
maybe
it's just that window, right? Of those people that were in the line, that's the people that care the most.
If those are going to be, what the fuck is that? If those are going to be the next people,
it's the aliens. The aliens are coming.
Yeah. If those people that we saw at AlienCon are the ones who are going to be going, I just fear for our future. Because they're like fat. They're like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
They're like, I love aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those two guys in that picture with the masks on, they're going to be the new frontier.
Here it is. Welcome to the new frontier. We want your Martians, Joe. These guys are the first ones we're sending in.
Please, God. Well, good, because if it's Mars attacks, we need some cannon fodder. Sorry, but someone's got to be on the front lines to take a bullet. And then I'm just thinking of like our story from the last time with the fucking dog costume. I'm like,
I mean, it's like this. Like, are we gonna dress up like aliens?
It's gonna be people up there dressing up as shit. Like, oh God.
Yeah, they will be.
My God. Please save us. Somebody save us.
Maybe
or just end it.
We could end it. We could save it. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I think there's going to be a couple more launches. I don't know if you still have a article up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah. I hope Mars destroys us before we get to them. I'll put it that way.
Do you have... That's not on. That's not on.
I know. Hold on. That's how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah, it's a little scary, I think. But I think there's going to be more tests, right? There's going to be more.
Yeah, so
that was the first launch. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the next one will be in a few months.
A few months from now.
394-foot launch system. Yeah. So,
and there is another launch, I believe. There is a... What's that?
It's the same system that NASA will use to bring astronauts back to the moon during Artemis 3.
The Artemis 3. That's what I was just going to talk about. Artemis 3 is the 4 astronauts, I think, that they picked already. Can you look them up real quick? They are going back to the moon, Joe.
for the second time. I'm just messing around.
We're going back. I don't know.
You want to hear it from NASA, straight from the NASA source?
Yeah. I mean, they picked them, right? They picked 4 moon.
4 lucky
travelers.
4 lucky travelers.
We're gonna go to another moon mission. It's a moon mission, first time since and this is going to happen. Planned for 2025, so still 2 years away, Joe.
Yes, after we get the next presidential election.
Right. So that will be the kicker, right?
Right. So it's going to be an awesome time period of just total chaos.
Space watching, and then the aliens come, and then there's more videos. We just got to get better footage. Can we get a better camera up there, guys?
Yeah, can we? Can we get something that doesn't look like a 1950s fake movie? You know?
Right. I don't know. This turned into, I think, kind of like our. I don't know. I want to believe the moon landing, but it's hard, guys. It's really hard.
I'm at a stage where I can't believe anything anymore.
Yeah, and I see that parallel, dude. I see that parallel of Hello Tomorrow. Like looking at this lawn, just seeing that, I'm like, okay, yeah, but he's shooting it up. I think there's other things to worry about too. There's a lot of space junk I was reading about on Earth Day, too. Like, there's a major problem with junk in that first, just that first atmosphere that we get to. Well, I don't know, 50 years of shooting shit up there, right? It doesn't go anywhere as soon as no one's cleaning that up. Satellites, everything,
right?
Every country, not just us, it's everybody.
Yeah. It's gonna take, like, you ever seen that thing how like some high school kid or I don't know, whatever, invented some system to clean up a bunch of trash in the ocean?
Yeah,
it's gonna take some enterprising young kid whose brain is thinking about that, like, oh, we can put this magnet out there and draw all this trash toward it, and like all this junk. You know?
That sounds like a superhero movie.
Won't be me, I'll put it that way. You know, I'm coming out right now. I do not care about space. I don't care how much trash is out there.
I care about
if we ever get there.
Science fiction, but I don't care about space. Exactly. And I don't know if I would go. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime.
I would not go.
I'm doubting it right now.
Me too. I'm going from here to heaven. No, I'm in my
40s. Probably not going to happen. It would have to be like a serious ramp up for me to go there.
Right. Or let's say next 10 years, it's like, okay, it's open to everybody. It's like, that's going to be a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of motion sickness. So I don't think it's in the cards.
So Joe's not going to, he might go on the party lounge.
I would go on that, like to the, like,
just right before.
First, yeah. Whatever, I don't know what you call that, the layer, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I'd go to that. Yeah. What if I blew my life savings just to do that? That's a funny thought. Like my kid's college fund, and I'm like,
guess what? I don't care. Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah. And I'm like, it doesn't matter, guys. It's so cool.
At any rate, couple months, he's gonna probably shoot another one of his dicks up in the fucking
yes.
Another one of his rocket ships. I think he's going down. He's not number one anymore. He lost money. Elon is now number two, I think. So he lost, Tesla's been going down.
Has it?
I'm
not up on it. I'm an Elon Musk. I like Elon Musk. I think he's interesting, but I don't care about space and I don't like Teslas.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm just against the whatever facade goes along with it,
with all that. And we've talked shit about him before. He's one of our three favorite people to talk about.
Right. I mean, respect to the guy for what he's done. It's just not my thing,
Well, so we'll see what happens with the next one. I don't think he's going to have a manned rocket for a while. I'm sure probably 2024 probably would be,
right.
But
you're right about the dick thing, though. It's like, it's hard to be a guy launching rockets and not have people think you're on some like phallic mission to
your penis being that it was the biggest rocket ever launched. Right. It's like, okay, what is that
exactly
talking about? Like,
it's like, let's see it when it's soft, bro.
Okay, sorry. What else were we talking about? Oh, I wanted to talk about AI. I think we kind of talked about AI a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you put that? Yeah, you did. Here we go. Well, I guess I could start by I have been going down the Midjourney. Me and Yaz the other day were doing a photo shoot, like test shoot, and then using AI. We've done it on the show. We've created images.
Yes. Yes.
I've gone further down that wormhole of like
Oh shit.
generated art image. It's crazy.
What is Midjourney versus like
It's one of
we
the
were doing?
it's like that was a free version. Midjourney is like it's like a paid thing. Like
And is it really what's it like?
it goes through Discord, which is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
So, but it's all in real time, and I was just like watching people post cues. So it was like a real time people creating prompts, and the shit is nuts. It's like so cool.
Damn.
Like,
Does it write or is this all art?
it was all art. Midjourney's all like visual. AI.
Okay.
And you just type in the prompt, and it's like the 4th or 5th version now. So it gives you 4 versions, and then you pick which one you like, and then if you want that better or upscaled, it'll make it even more upscaled. It's
Damn.
crazy. And we were just doing like, oh, what's the tabletop? And then it gave us like a template of like how we should do it. Like it's good for reference.
Ah.
You know what I
Interesting.
mean?
Yeah.
But then you could type in cartoons and it'll make a crazy fun cartoon. Like why are
So
there...
it's like whether you're an illustrator or a photographer, it's kind of like gives you
and then
visual.
there's other codes you can learn. I was looking up YouTube videos. Once you go down that wormhole, it's crazy. Like holy shit, this took 5 minutes to make.
Damn.
You know?
I'm really interested in this because like there's the visual aspect. And then I know my brother's told me that he's been using ChatGPT for accounting. So like write form letters and explain things to clients and stuff.
Like write a resume or something. Yeah.
Or just to say like, here's why you owe this much. And when people say, well, why, what's this law? He just uses ChatGPT to help him explain the law in a succinct way.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like,
it is weird. And the computer knows that law.
Yeah. Because they take this, they sum up, he says it sums up stuff better than.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
And as a guy who's like, part of my job is like saying things succinctly and in a way that people can follow. That's crazy to me.
There's something in it in like the written form. I think you still need to go through and make sure the edit is
exactly
cool.
Exactly.
But there's still learning there.
Yes.
Visually,
it's not far.
It's not far.
Wow.
Like I felt it was close enough. Like it had headshots of like it was like a girl wearing a burqa getting gas, and it was like 4 versions.
Shit.
Like you can type in the type of camera you're shooting on.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. Like
so you can create a proof of concept if you wanted to make a pitch deck and you wanted to say we're going to use the red, and we're going to shoot this scene.
Whatever lens size, time of day, and it did it, and it looks great. And you're like, what?
Wow.
I know.
And
that's what blew my mind. It was like, that's crazy that it's that quick, easy. And then you have a frame of reference to go from, like storyboards, probably all that can all be. You've seen stuff like on Instagram. I'm sure people post or we've touched on it a little bit, but
we look how much it's come since we started bitching about it. For me, bitching about it.
Like when we talked about the Wall-E version, right? The Dolly,
yes,
right? Dolly 2, Midjourney crushes that.
Holy shit,
crushes it.
Now, because part of the weakness I've seen is like hands, like it still doesn't get hands. Is that still a thing?
I think the only thing is like words.
And words.
Words is still weird. But I was like, if you're doing certain things, you could definitely kill the photographer.
That's crazy.
It is.
It's like creating sets. It's
once
like
I
creating
once I saw that you can put in like the camera type you're using and like the lens. I was like, that's too much.
That's a big detail. That's a big utility is really what I mean. Like that's a huge function for someone trying to sell something or
Right. So then like this other story we're going to talk about and bring up this article because I kind of got into Midjourney and I was like, it's definitely there. They are trying. This is kind of our funny story for the week, but like Levi's is going to start using AI models, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, where I had such a good story. Where is it?
It was it might have been the Verge.
Here it is.
Or it might have been
There's two. We're going to start with this. Then I have
and this kind of goes along with that, right? So they're trying to use AI generated clothing models to increase diversity.
It absolutely goes along with it. It's
which is horrible.
So cynical. It's so cynical.
It's cynical because, like you said, you can say it off camera or off the show. Why don't they just hire a diverse model?
Right.
Like,
and that's a huge thing for me. You know what's so weird about this? Our entire fear whenever anyone talks about AI is it's going to replace the human component. Okay. This is just them coming right out the gate being like, okay, by the way, we're replacing the human component. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, completely.
It's like if AI trucking, because everyone worries about truckers and self-driving trucks, right? It's like if they came right out the gate and were like, okay, yeah, anyway, so we already got rid of a bunch of truckers. It's like so fucking weird to me.
So weird. Like,
it's a very strange look for a clothing company.
It is, right? But I think what this does say is that in 5 years, you're going to see ads, maybe less than 5 years, you'll see ads and they're not even a person. It's like they have the clothes. And the weird thing I noticed about Midjourney is you could put a picture in and then it does it like in that tone. Like a lot of people are taking selfies and then puts them in the art. So like you've seen all those crazy AI photos, whatever. You could do that with, they have the product shot of the jeans, right? You could have a photo shoot of just the clothing, and then it's whatever model you want. You could just change out the model. You're switching out the model. That's the crazy thing to me. Like,
yeah. And some of this makes sense to me because you already kind of have that when you're on Teespring or whatever you use, and you make a T-shirt, and there's like a preset model, and it just changes the shirt, right?
Like wearing it, yeah.
Yeah. So I could see why you need something like that. But here's the thing. Every time I talk about AI with somebody, my biggest point is that the legal system, the way it like forms around this stuff is going to be
crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Like attorneys and
like lawsuits are going to be crazy. Yeah. They don't even know. They don't even know what it can do yet.
And just the laws they create, like the lobby for this sort of stuff, whatever it is, like lobbying for human resources or intellectual property or whatever, is going to have its own,
like owning the image, all that.
Yeah,
too, like
they're going to have to because you're going to have stuff where it's like, okay, you can do this, like you can swap the image out on a model on their shirt. It can go from I survive to, whatever.
Right.
But they're going to say like, but you can't do that with model. Like you can't just do it willy nilly with models who use other people's.
I'm sure those contracts probably crazy for whatever.
I feel like it's going to explode. Like the legal shit around it is going to have to explode.
I feel like someone's got to fuck up first,
and that exactly
before it becomes a problem.
Yes, and then there's going to be this insurance issue with because of someone's fuck up. It's
huge. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know when if they're launching a whole campaign, but they're going to start using
And look, they're already
AI
saying
models.
this. Oh, sorry. This is still up. Yeah, they're already using this whole like sustainable thing. See, this is what I hate. I just hate this like.
But look, it says right here, they've been trying to slash operation costs, save money in recent years. 800 employees in 2022.
Exactly. This is
700 roles in so they've been like axing people.
This is the perfect cover for anybody who's trying to do
And
it.
then it kind of fits into like a COVID related, right? All this
Yeah.
AI stuff is like
less human contact, right?
Yeah.
Which goes right back into what we're talking about when before we started the show, we were talking about networks and TV, and it's like, why, if we're going to go into a recession, like why are networks cutting shows? Because typically recessions aren't bad for TV. You know what I mean?
No, because if you do have a recession, you're going to still want entertainment, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So,
but then your point being, well, they're just cutting what they can now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when they bring back shows, they can do it with less. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that it's like
all these people. It's going to be a budget thing.
Yeah. You know? It's just everyone trying to do it with less, right? Like,
everyone, even Levi's.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird.
Even Levi's.
And I love Levi's. It's like
it's crazy to think of models. And I think you're right though in that aesthetic of I've seen ads like that on a t-shirt, create a t-shirt or something.
Yeah. I don't want that. Oh, this is what I was going to say. I've seen completely AI made model accounts on Instagram.
That's I think what it's going to be.
Like you click on it, and as of now, they say I'm an artificial.
I think the world of like fishing people is going to be crazier.
That's
harder. You have to be able to trust. Like, how are you going to trust anybody?
I think they're only admitting it now because the images still look somewhat fake.
It's almost there though.
But exactly. Like, I mean, what happens when
you get a Midjourney account and you can make a stupid profile? And it goes back to that guy that was like Tinder swindler guy.
Yeah.
Like if this was around when he was doing that, he would have been like a gazillionaire. It's upsetting.
Maybe we're all just going to use it for crime and like ripping people off.
Guys, we're going to just have to can we do a poll?
When we don't want to do the show, we can just say image of us on StreamYard.
I think there's got to be. I looked it up once or twice. Like text to video is the next step.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
You know that, like, then there's nothing. If
you could get like pickup shots.
Right.
You could feed your whole show and say, like, pick up a shot of him reaching for something.
Right.
Boom. You don't need to go shoot that. Like, that's fucking.
Yeah.
And then our value is going to be in our, like, biologically, if I'm a guy that's hard to imitate, there's going to be value in that.
Right.
You know, like, it's going to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Like features that are hard for the AI to imitate will be its own value.
And I think that's what it has to learn. The AI has to learn that part still.
Right.
So that's the only thing.
And that's where you're saying the accidents will happen. It's just going to be like, we caught this one, but we didn't catch the other 1 million.
Right. Like, have you seen that they did do like oh God, I think we need to watch it. It's a girl and it's a different rating. Can we watch that video? It's a different video. Like, AI fixed her like words.
Yes, right? That's crazy.
From like a R rating to like a PG-13 to like PG. Right.
What was that called?
We need to watch something. That's what we need to watch.
Like movies scene censor.
Yeah.
I think this is it. That blew my mind.
We should just watch it. I don't care
here we go. Watch on Twitter.
Yeah, so share that. Oh, it's not. You have to share it, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna open it first?
I have to find it. I have to pull it up. Okay.
It's crazy. I mean, if it's getting to that level of like you can fix that.
Exactly. It's like we're already to the
So-
place we keep talking about.
So it's like R-rated scene.
Is this playing? Okay.
Yeah, play it.
Now we're stuck on this stupid tower in the middle of nowhere. And I don't blame you, and now we're stuck on this stupid freaking tower in the middle of freaking nowhere. And it's all my fault. 軽蔑してるよね。仕方ないよ。Y es todo por mi culpa. Now we're stuck on this stupid tower in the middle of nowhere. And I don't blame you, and now we're stuck on this stupid
shit. And then it just removes the dialogue. That part's crazy.
Right. It is crazy. It is crazy. I don't know if they could do that for one scene. Scary.
Yeah, like if an actor dies, won't fucking matter.
I don't think like there's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out, and they had all the archive of Lucasfilm. So I did read that they had shot Harrison Ford with the dots. So but it's 30 years ago. So they're doing all of that, but they have all that film footage. There's a whole scene, I guess, and they had dailies 2 days later of what they shot. So they had the recreated younger version of Harrison Ford 2 days after they shot it. So like the process was quick.
Damn.
To have like, oh yeah, let's do it again. Like it's getting that much better. Yeah.
Which really says a lot right there. Yeah. Especially in the age of reboots and like retreading old stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta look that up. Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones AI. Something.
Yeah. They have like it's a new movie coming out, but there was an article the other day. I read that. It's like, and it was like an interview with James Mangold, whoever's doing it. Like they had dailies the next day.
See what I'm really bummed out about is like none of this lends itself to that we're gonna have new content. You know what I mean? This is all just about like how well we can retread old shit.
Yeah. You know? I mean, it helps that they had footage of him in that time in 1981 or whatever. You know,
possibly last. Yeah.
Yeah, but the VFX is going to be crazy, dude.
Damn, I was hoping they'd have more pictures of it.
Yeah, not till it comes out, but
they have this artificial intelligence program, then go every foot of, like you said.
It's crazy.
Wow.
And they had it, so they're using it. It's crazy.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? I mean, the tech's just going to get better, right? Better computers, faster processors.
I mean, who wants that other shit happening? Like you talked about once, where was it The Mandalorian or some Star Wars thing?
Mandalorian.
And they had spent all this money, and then some kid had done it way better.
Yeah, YouTube kid did it better. Like Luke Skywalker was like, "This is how they should have done it," and then they fixed it, and was like,
yeah. No one wants that shit happening in their movie. No, you know.
I think they ended up hiring that kid. Like
that's good.
They hired that kid. Like, oh, what'd you do?
Yeah. Glad something came of it, you know.
I don't know. At any rate, Joe, what are we watching?
I feel like a lot of stuff.
I've been watching so much stuff the last.
Have you?
I think I really.
We need a "What are you watching?" song. What are you
What
watching?
are you watching? What are you watching? Ching, ching. I mean, there's a lot of movies. We should see some new movies, man. But
I want to go to the movies, but nothing excites me.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about John Wick. I wanted to see John Wick, but
excited about it. Did that come out?
That came out. The new John Wick came out. I think. I guess maybe I'll wait for this Harrison Ford movie to see that in the theater.
I just want. What I do is like Kelsey will fall asleep, and I'll go on Apple TV or Amazon, and go through all the like new movies, and I'll be like, Okay, I'm gonna get.
You gonna watch this? Watch it or not?
But I haven't lately.
I did watch Tetris.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tetris.
Thoughts?
I liked it a lot.
That means I got to see it.
It was better than it was on Apple. It's the story of how the game came to be, and I'm glad it wasn't a show. I'm glad it wasn't a show. But it was really good.
Not the phrase for this era. I'm glad it wasn't a show.
I'm glad it wasn't a show. I'm glad it was a great movie. It's a great 2-hour movie. If they would have milked that for a 10-hour, no.
Right. That's exactly the pitfall.
It's a true story, and I thought it was fucking awesome. Great 2-hour time killer. I'm like, cool. You know the game, you know the time. It's this Soviet Russia era. The guy bets everything, man. Bets everything on getting this game.
That's what we want to see.
Taron Egerton, he played what's he was in he was in that biopic. What was it? He played Elton John.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He does it.
I was gonna say, where did I see that guy?
Yeah. It's good. It's worth a watch. The Apple TV still got me, man. I've been watching Ted Lasso.
Apple TV has some.
I think they're killing it. I think they're killing it right now. Shrinking was good.
It seems like they're doing good.
Yeah. I feel like there's a
for a while.
I feel there's a beat. Yeah. See, that's what happens. It's like, oh, this is all good. But then guess what? It's going to be fucking dead again.
But they started with that show with Adam. What's his name? It's
Adam
the one
Scott. Severance.
Yeah.
Severance was amazing, right?
I haven't finished, but that's where they started getting me.
Yeah.
That
show's good.
The one we just talked about.
Hello Tomorrow's good.
Yes, and now
I gotta finish that one. I watched the morning show. I like that show. That was good.
I want to see that, and I started that Jennifer Garner one. Last thing he said.
What's it called? Oh shoot! The last thing. I put it on here. This one. The last thing he told me.
Yes.
I have not watched that one yet. I need to check it out.
So what I'm just saying, they're doing good. It's like
the last thing he told me, and that's a show, right? And it's good.
Yeah, they're really hooking us, you know.
Yeah, there's some hooks, man. I did get into this show, The Resort. It was in July. But
wait, that looks good.
It's the girl from Palm Springs.
Oh shit!
You gotta check out this show if you can find it. It's really good.
Anytime I see a show called The Resort, or like with that kind of greenery, I'm really into it.
It's like it's from the creators of Palm Springs and Mr. Robot. So it's got like this was way better than I thought, dude.
I liked Palm Springs.
Yeah, she's really funny, man. That girl?
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to solve this kid, like missing kid during a hurricane. But Nick Offerman's in it. It's amazing. And it's this different times. So before the hurricane and then after, and then she's trying to like solve what happened. Yeah. But Ben Sinclair directed some of it. He did that show High Maintenance, which was on HBO.
That was a good show.
I really liked. And he's in
you got me into that. Yeah.
He's in a few episodes. So
that was a good show.
Yeah.
So do I have to get Peacock? Do I have to be on like Peacock now?
I think you got to get Peacock to get that. But, so
that again.
And I did watch that Poker Face show. That's on Peacock too with Natasha Lyonne. But that's just it's Columbo. It's just a new version of Columbo. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. What's up with that? They're doing like the Perry Masons. Like,
yeah, that's kind of like what that whole vibe is. Peacock's almost there, but we get it because like Seth Meyers, and Seth Meyers is on way too fucking late to watch in real time, so it's fine to see that monologue the next day. It's okay.
These are all good. The platforms are good for one reason or another, but it's like at one point you're like, God, I really need all of them. Like I had to get rid of Netflix.
It's hard,
and now I kind of miss it. You know?
Yeah, because the show Beef. Holy shit.
Yeah, you saw it.
amazing. Beef, fucking road rage is fucking real, dude.
Road rage.
That's how it starts. It starts
Oh.
with road rage, and then they just have
Ooh.
tension, and like they're trying to do shit, and like he's like pisses in their fucking bathroom. It's funny, and it's really good. And Ali Wong is funny, but like,
There's another chick who's in Beef that I
There's some-
like. That's why I was gonna see it.
yeah, it's funny, man. It's really funny, dude.
I know
Like,
something
you're like,
about road rage.
It's a good show, dude. It starts off just fucking road rage, and they fucking hate each other, and then like they hate, and then they do
Oh,
shit
shit.
online, and they do shit. It's crazy.
What I pitched to Kelsey was like, what if we do a month of Netflix? You know what I mean?
Right.
And we could do that with other platforms too. Then we get rid of it for
Or
few
you can
months.
have. I think they're cracking down on sharing codes now, or whatever. But
That
I
too,
read.
yeah.
But Dave, I did see some Dave. I watched
I
some
started
Dave.
rewatching Dave, yeah, on season 3, right?
It's funny. It's funny, man.
It is.
You know,
They almost keep losing me because it gets a little bit raunchy.
I like the awkwardness. Like
yeah.
you saw the first episode, so this is something we both watched, right? The
Yeah.
awkwardness of him wearing that stupid fucking.
Yes.
I like that awkwardness of like, what the fuck is that thing you're wearing?
You see the one where they shot the music video?
Yeah, with the kids.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then he's just coming everywhere. I was like, what the?
That was like awkward. That's awkward. That's part of the awkward thing.
I
where
was
he's,
just like,
coming
God.
everywhere. Okay.
But yeah,
That's where the raunch level of his humor, I think, gets.
which I like a little bit of that, but I feel like it's not as funny as the first season or two.
I think a lot of these shows, something falls off. I
Yeah.
feel that about Ted Lasso too. I'm like, it's there. I like all these characters.
Like they're maintaining the vibe, but it's not
It's
funny.
not the same vibe that got you in the show in the first place, man.
Exactly.
Which, Dave, it's only 3 or 4 weeks. It's still going, so maybe they'll get me
Right.
back. But I did think that was cool about like his ex-girlfriend or whatever
Yeah.
that like comes to set.
Right. That was
I was
so
like,
weird. And then she
"Ah."
kind of gives him a reality check.
She's like, this is it. You're making fun of me in the
Yeah.
video. Like,
Because he actually is annoying.
he's annoying, but
But-
it's funny. I like that. I think that's funny.
Like I'm more into who's the hype man, his buddy?
Oh yeah, Gata.
Gata. Yeah. I'm kind of like more just like after a while I get sick of Dave. It's like
Yeah, I think
too
Gata
much
is.
Jewish like humor. You know what I mean?
I get it. I totally get it. What else do we have here? You watched Daisy Jones and the Six,
Oh yeah.
which I need to watch. I think that might be on the horizon. We were at Chris's. I was talking to this other girl that he knew, was talking it up.
Big Riley fan.
It's a music show, right? So
Yes.
right.
About an era that I really like, about a type of music and
Is it like
time. that I
almost?
really like.
Is it like Almost Famous?
It's like Almost Famous, the movie, except Almost Famous is awesome, and this show didn't quite get there.
Okay.
But
That's what
Almost Famous is the best movie in the world, and this is not. But
I want to hear. That it's just as good.
it's fun. It's entertaining.
Okay.
There were some themes I did not care for. There were some characters I found unrealistic. But let me just tell you the one. I still suggest everyone watch it. Let me tell you the moment that really fucked with me. About mid-season, basically, it's kind of like that road rage thing. It's like Riley Keough it's basically like two main songwriters, and they butt heads.
Okay.
But they're kind of being forced to come together and write music,
Right.
even though they're from different backgrounds. And
Cliche. That's pretty cliche
Yes,
story, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
so there's a clash. And then she puts on, they're in this house and they're kind of forced to sit there all day and like write music together. She puts on a record, and I swear to God, she drops the needle, and I go, Kelsey, if this is a Beach Boys song, I'm gonna shit myself and I'm done. Like, and it was.
Turned it off.
It was in my room by the Beach Boys.
Uh,
And I was like,
No.
how did I know? How did I know? You know how I knew? Because everyone is so predictable. It's like you're stealing my shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But you know when like you're tapped into something and you're like, this
Sure,
is
I think Yaz is that way too. She's like, "Am I writing this show? Yes, this is gonna happen." Like, oh, I fucking wrote it. It's so
Yeah.
funny, and it happens. We're like, oh, I could have wrote that. It's because that's. I
there's
think
some, you're just like
there's
it's
a-
in the zeitgeist. Like you're in.
It's in the zeitgeist. It's in the natural instinct of that's exactly what record they're gonna put on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
And it's, and then the reason it makes me annoyed is I'm like, oh, it's because it's like ironic because we're in the 70s and no one
Right.
would think they're going to put on the 1963 Beach Boys record. I don't know, man. It's just like
I gotta
like,
watch that scene
They
now.
did that in Mad Men when
Yeah.
he tripped and they played a Beach Boys song from Pet Sounds. I don't know. It's just like, it's like, don't take the thing I like and fuck it up. Not that I'm not saying they necessarily fuck
Are
it
you
up,
happy? Are you happy?
that it was in it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I want them to pick something new and leave the Beach Boys alone.
That's awesome.
That, when you really look at it, that rant, I don't know why I would be angry about that, but
No, I think it's cool though, man. It's cool to have that. Like,
when you feel that way sometimes, it's
Yeah.
like, this is like I could have been writing this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's something to say about shows like falling off too, I think. Like once you have them, like we were talking earlier, like once you have them, okay, great. Like Dave, I feel is falling off. I feel like Ted Lasso's fallen off. I felt like The Mandalorian fell off.
And this show's cool because I think they're done.
A one and done is good.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
pretty sure that's the plan.
Unless it's crazy. Like I don't see how they can make more beef.
Was that also a one-off show? Like,
I don't in my feeling, but like it's a hit. It's a hit show on Netflix. They're probably gonna make another season.
that's
Right?
true, and same could go for this.
I know. I'm like, I don't see how it could make another season of this anger that they've had for 10 episodes.
And that's the thing. It's like, don't push that because that's really
what it is.
That's really it. You can tell when things just fall off.
Yeah. I feel like The Mandalorian, they had a third season. I watched it. It felt like it's there, but it's not there like the first one was.
Yeah.
The second
I
one-
tried.
Yeah.
There's like a magic that they just keep. It's like they pump it out too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I want to like The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't get back into it.
I hear that. I heard that from a lot of people this last season. This new one.
It's kind of also like over saturation of Star Wars. Just,
Yeah. There's a lot. And to see that Andor show also was the last, that was amazing. Right?
Oh, it was?
So like they were saying like, that was a fucking amazing show. It's hard to, when you have this show and then another show, it's like,
that's the other weird thing.
that show is so much better than this show is now. Like, fuck.
How are you like competing with yourself?
You gotta
That's so
compete.
weird.
That's so much.
One
Yeah.
more show I started on Amazon. It's called From.
No.
I'll show the picture.
Yeah, I don't know. Hello.
It's I totally. So if you Google From Amazon, it actually doesn't help you find the show you're talking about.
Because it's let me look.
Here we go. All right.
ooh,
This was my, sometimes you stumble upon something and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I like the stumble. Stumble's like going to the video store. Is it this?
Yes.
It says MGMT plus. Whatever. Is that a network?
I think it's just on Amazon. But I'm
Okay.
having a hard time finding the picture.
This picture's creepy. What is it? Yeah, it's the original series. I got it. I got you one. I got you. From who's in it?
It's that guy from Lost.
Oh, Harold.
Yeah.
Harold Pearson.
Here. This is it. It's probably all the same picture we're seeing, but
Yep, that's it. From.
Huge, unexpected, awesome, fun show.
Great.
It's these people wind up in a town you can't get out of the town once you get there, and there's these like weird vampire creatures out at night.
Huh.
So it's like it hits all my buttons. Survival, creepy, you know what I mean?
What was that show with like Matt Dillon that was like that? It was like a town. Oh God. God, it's gonna kill me.
Was it older?
Yeah.
Strange Town?
No, Wayward Pines.
Wayward Pines. Yeah.
Is it like that? Wayward Pines. Like a weird town where like at nighttime.
Yes.
Okay.
I started that and that was good too.
Yeah.
But somehow this show just fucking grabbed
I think
me.
that show after 2 seasons it kind of started. It takes that dip at 2. I don't understand. Yeah. You gotta beat the dip, man.
This is only on the second, so we'll see if it beats the dip or not.
Okay.
But man, I was up till like 6 a.m. watching it the first night.
Binging. You
I
get
was
the binge.
binging.
You get the binge moment.
And
damn it.
I was like, Kelsey, you're out of this show. This is about me. Like, good luck, you know?
Yeah.
No, but I couldn't stop watching. I don't know. I like that experience. When you find a show that does that, it's like,
yeah, it's like your show. It's like your show.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get really into the characters and shit. It's like,
yeah, I love
people are not doing that as well as they did like 5 years ago, right?
I don't think they are. I mean, we recently just stumbled back into The Righteous Gemstones, which is on HBO, which is Danny McBride.
Is that a show? Or
John Goodman? It's a show.
Okay.
And it's Danny McBride, John Goodman, and what's the other guy from?
I remember this.
Workaholics. Adam Devine.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like a super church, mega church. And it's the family fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. It was amazing. I thought it was hilarious. It was funny too.
You're back into it?
Yeah. I finished the second. I binged like crazy. We're like, let's watch more. You know?
Yeah.
I love it when a show is like, when you haven't seen 2 seasons and you can just go hard. I think they're coming back for a 3rd season. And it's like, yeah, sweet.
Exactly.
Give you something to like sink into and like,
right.
Hilarious. All these characters are hilarious. This is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Great.
No, that's exactly it.
Like maybe it's better to watch a show after the 2nd season.
But here's the problem. That's why we recognize this stuff. Well, at least speaking for me, I don't ever start
on a 1st season
and do episodic. Like I can't follow a week by week show. So I have to watch the whole thing.
I like that mode is changing. I like that it's changing. I think they did that with Better Call Saul and like the Mandalorian's done that where they released it once a week. Some of the Apple stuff, Ted Lasso.
But when you don't, let's say you don't keep up and you watch it all at once, that's how you get that bird's eye view and you're like,
this is amazing.
You killed it. Well, no, I'm saying if it's amazing, great. But I'm saying if it goes downhill,
then you can
that's how you see. You're like,
then you see it. You're like, this is like, I'm good.
Yeah. Because if you're following week by week, you're just in it.
Yeah.
But if you binge, you're like, damn, you like, I watched 2 seasons and you lost it.
Yeah.
Like that's a shame. You know?
Righteous Gemstones, hilarious.
So it's still at a high point.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta watch that.
Yeah. It was funny.
What's it on?
It was on HBO. If you have that, so HBO, and that's 2 seasons, so it's funny, and it's like the first episode will hook you right away. Like, holy shit!
Damn, okay. I like the actors. Yeah,
you know.
All right.
And Danny McBride is just fucking funny, dude. And he created the whole thing. Like, it's created by Danny McBride. So
really,
it's funny. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, that makes me actually more interested.
Yeah.
I always liked him.
Yeah. And John Goodman's amazing. He's like the father that's the minister. So like this huge televangelist, like that's the backbone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like Adam Devine's the young kid and he's like the middle child, and then there's a sister too. It's just funny. It's funny.
I mean, really, like thinking about that show it's like because that guy was from Lost, it makes me think back to Lost and like how kind of what a shame that was. That blew my mind when I started it. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't care what's happening in that show. If people were still talking about it, I'm like, I don't care. I'm not into it. But it started so strong, you know.
Yeah, that's what it does. They got a hooky, man.
At least people are ending at better points now. Remember when people used to always like they drag it on? It's like,
right,
we're done with this. You know?
I think we're good on this.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, we did it. I think that's good for what we're watching. I can't think of any other things I watched. I'm sure I watched something else. I just can't think of what's fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I could complain
Definitely,
forever.
if you could see the resort was really good, and I hope that comes back for a second season.
I do want to see that.
I think they'll do it in a different location, kind of like White Lotus, kind of.
Yeah,
where they just do it in a different area. But
which was also cool.
It's cool. And I gotta check out Daisy Jones in the 6th, I think, man.
Check it out. There's that chick Leonardo DiCaprio is dating. She plays one of the characters.
I don't know. There was some other movies. There's been other movies. There's been other superhero movies I haven't got on. There's Mario. But I haven't gone. So
not so in the Mario zone.
Any in the new movie I haven't done it.
You know me, I say this almost every show, but I'm just waiting for like that action, like that perfect action movie, you know?
Yeah.
That's always kind of where my head's at.
Yeah.
Like a Gerard Butler.
Sure.
I need a Gerard Butler. You know what? I need Gerard Butler.
Joe needs some Gerard Butler in his life.
Do. I'm gay for Gerard Butler.
Put that on a t-shirt.
There you go.
Hey guys.
Survived.
He survived. We all survived. We survived episode 64. Holla Impala. Be careful. Like and subscribe, guys. So you know, maybe we'll do a TikTok by next month. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
Donate to us. Subscribe. Hit that button.
Hit that button.
Maybe check your flip page on the back. What's on the back page? What's on the back page, Joe? I think we're out. Oh, you gotta like. I don't know.
Yeah, like.
Where's our videos? I don't even know how to do it anymore. Hey, subscribe.
Oh shit!
Down here.
Damn it! I'm so off.
Just we're all off. We're rusty.
I will say, leave us comments. Even if you hate us, leave us a comment. That's all.
Leave us a comment. Thanks for watching. Like our vids. Thanks. Out.
Peace.